Welcome to our new English software tutorial. In this Luxxamed BCR therapy software tutorial, I want to show you how you can use the therapy management. First, I have to say sorry because my software version which I have on my computer, it's easier to use my computer for the screen capturing and to produce these podcast or video tutorial. So excuse me that all the words here are in German, but of course not the therapy programs, but on the Luxxamed, the HD 1000, 2000 and 3000, of course, all software the language can be changed: English, German, Italian, of course, very famous in Italy, this therapy is, and in Czech too. Okay, but all the steps I show you are the same in each language. So I explain it in English, try to explain it in English, yes, just to show you how you can make your own therapy programs, including the current, the frequency, the rise of the wave slope, and the polarity, and of course which light channel will be connected to which current channel. This could maybe also important. For who of you will this be an interesting part? Maybe all these users of the frequency-specific microcurrent, because with the Luxxamed, this is the biggest advantage Luxxamed have, is that the Luxxamed have 4 totally independent current channels. That means you can be you can create 4 different kind of therapy programs if you like. If you work in the way of frequency-specific microcurrent, then of course you can use 2 channels, one for pathology, one for the tissue, and the other 2 channels too. So, but I don't want to talk now about frequency-specific microcurrent. I want to show you how you can use the software and the device for any kind of use you would like. Okay, first we have to click here on the button which is create new program. I click on it. So then I click in the part here. There comes this, the keyboard on. You can use the touchscreen keyboard, or you can plug in any kind of USB keyboard or USB mouse, what you would like to use. I now for the tutorial of course use my keyboard here. I don't use the touchscreen because my laptop haven't a touchscreen. So okay, we write here, let's say we call it test program, for example. Okay, so now I have to set up the time. There is one important thing that you can also store any kind of different steps in your program which you want to use. So there is only one thing: each step could only be the maximum time of 9 minutes. Okay, you can create so many steps you like, but the maximum time will be only 9 minutes for each step. Of course it could be shorter. It could be 10 seconds for one step if you like it, but the maximum time is 9 minutes. Of course, now you normally with the Luxxamed use the number keyboard here like this. Okay, but now let's go to channel A and we set up the current. Of course, these are only examples. All values I type in are examples. There maybe have some sense or maybe not. It's only to show you how to use the software and the device. So we type in 100, this is microamperes, 100 microamperes, and we set up a frequency maybe of 40 hertz. All frequencies or all values you type in are in hertz. Okay, so the wave slope is the time where the rise of our impulse we have. So let's say we can choose between 0.1 seconds to 1.0 seconds. Yes, which is 0.1 is a very sharp rise, and 1.0 is a not so sharp rise. Okay, now in this case we type in 0.4 seconds. Then we go over to the polarity. Here you have 4 different, or let's say 5, but mainly 4 different kind you can type in. First is the polarity you can use is positive, negative, or alternating current, or bipolar, or you can switch an automatic channel. This is, when you put it in automatic, it is not comparable, of course, with the Luxxamed automatic system. The main part, as you know, in the Luxxamed is that the Luxxamed have a scan and can scan which frequency now in this second is necessary for the tissue and for the pathology. With this, with your creating a fixed program where you write your fixed protocol, is the same like if you use one of our old programs we used over now 15 years, since the year 2000, where our first microcurrent device came on the market in Europe, especially in Germany. And all these programs have a fixed protocol set up, and the device only follows the protocol. With the automatic here in the polarity, you have the possibility to say, okay, if the impedance in the tissue beginning in this step, every time the measurement is 1 second before the step starts, they check how is the resistance in the tissue, and then set up a positive, negative, or alternating current. But let's now take a fixed polarity. We maybe say plus, okay. Then we go over to the B channel. There we type in maybe 200 microamperes and a frequency of 21.5. Excuse me, 0.5 hertz. This is also another specialty of the Luxxamed. We call it HD 1000 or 2 or 3000. The HD is for high definition, because you or we can set up any kind of frequency between 1.0 hertz to 10,000 hertz in high definition. So now I set up 21.5 hertz with a rise of the wave slope from, let's say, 0.2, an alternating current. Then we go over here, we take it for, let's say, 40 microamperes only, but a frequency from 2345.5. Yes, this is possible, of course, and a rise of the wave slope from 1.0. That was a typing error. Okay, go over, and we, for example, take a negative. And the last channel, the D channel, of course, we can set up here maybe 500 microamperes and 10,000 hertz, 10,000.0 hertz. And we use a sharp wave slope from 0.1, and we choose, alternating current 2. Now, before we confirm our changes, we can set up which current channel, so which information of the current from the channel will be in our LED light therapy. So we can say channel L1 is the information of channel A in the current. That means we have a frequency in the light, which you can see in the flickering of the light, from 40 hertz. Yes, you will recognize it with your eyes. And you have a wave also. You can see the rise of the wave slope, and you can see, of course, the polarity in form of the color of the light, which is with a positive polarity you will have a blue light. Okay, and with channel L2 we will say, for example, we choose the C channel in the current, where we have a minus polarity, so you see a red light only, and this frequency, of course, is not able to recognize with your eyes. It is too high. And okay, but what you have to do finally is to set up how is the power of the light, let's say in percentage. We choose the full power, which is 100%. Okay, so we will set up, we have now one step, which is 9 minutes, one step for our program. This will be a total time of 9 minutes, of course, but we want to say we will have another step in our program. For example, we choose 0500 minutes, so we have in all now 15 minutes. Now we have to do the same like we did before. We set up for our channel A, maybe we choose 120 microamperes, we choose 168 hertz, we choose a rise of the wave slope 0.4, and maybe a polarity of plus. Now I keep all other channels off. This is just for you an example. Okay, but now we have to do is confirm our changes. You see here the button confirm changes. I press on it, and now you see on the list in the left our test program. Anytime you can change the parameters in your program, you can set up more steps in the program. You can change the current, the frequency, or the polarity, whatever you want, you can do it. You can copy the program if you want to set up in similar, let's say similar program, just only some little changes. You copy it, and you can save, you can store so many programs, individual programs in your Luxxamed device as you like. If you want to start now the program, we just type on therapy. Yes, we choose our test program, press program start, and the program will run. Of course, not in my laptop software version we have here, because on the laptop, my laptop version, it is not possible. Of course, as you know from the automatic system in the Luxxamed, you can choose a patient from the patient database, so you can store all your individual programs also in the patient's database. You can record the diagram, the curves of the Luxxamed, as you can see, that you can see the differences from the beginning, during the treatment. You can see any step you put into your individual program. You can see when your step starts and what is the change of the resistance in the tissue in the diagram. You can later see it, you can print it out, every time you can store it in the Luxxamed. Okay, that is what I want to show you about your individual program possibility to use in individual microcurrent therapy, combining with a LED light therapy, which is very, very interesting, and maybe or you use it in a way of frequency-specific microcurrent. So that is the end. That's it for our software tutorial for this time. I hope you enjoyed, and wish you many success with your Luxxamed PCR microcurrent therapy device, and hopefully see you on one of our seminar or workshops. So bye bye.